Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have two articles with two examples that I think will just come to show who's in charge of the war in Ukraine. I'm not talking about the Russian side, obviously I'm talking about the side that fights the Russians on the territory of Ukraine. We are told that Zaluzny is in charge, and Zalesny, and Zelensky, and Zakalunsky, and Bakalunsky. Well, the fact is that all these guys are reporting to someone else, and it's only one someone else. It's not many someone else's, if you know what I mean. And there is always the American command. It's not the French command, it's not the German command. They report, the Ukrainian military, Zaluzny for example, reports to the Americans. Not to the French, not to the Brits, not to the Romanians, not to other NATO member states, if you know what I mean. So I have here two articles showing the Ukrainian military command reporting to their superiors. Otherwise, I can't really find different term than superiors. So here is one article, and actually both come from Ukrinform. This is from Thursday, the 27th of April 2023. Zaluzny and Yermak discuss situation on battlefield with Milley and Sullivan. Well, don't get swayed by discuss. They do not discuss. This guy reports to those guys, and this guy is over here just to keep an eye on him. That's, I think, Yermak's job is here. His job is not to do anything. He's what? Even going to inform Zelensky about what they spoke, since he's what? In charge of Zelensky's office, like a chief of staff. But anyway, he's, Zelensky, Yermak, Reznikov, and Zmihal, the quadruple right here, like in ice skating. So let's see what happens. Head of the President's Office, Andriy Yermak, and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzny, had a phone call with National Security Advisor to the US President Jake Sullivan, a weasel, and a US Chairman of Joint Chiefs of Staff General Mark Milley, a weak man. And I'm quoting, "The American side was briefed." Why? Why didn't you brief, let's say, the Romanians, since they're part of NATO, have the same weight as the Americans? Well, you know the answer. So the American side was briefed on the current situation on the battlefield, possible enemy actions, and measures taken by the Ukrainian security and defense forces to liberate Ukrainian lands. The President's office informs. Why? Why did you give a foreign country that is not involved in a war all this information? Well, for all those people who still believe, they don't think, they believe that Ukraine is fighting Russia, and we just, support here and there, we're not involved, just look at this article and I have another one ready, okay? The head of the office of the President of Ukraine expressed gratitude to the team of President Joseph Biden, both houses of the US Congress, and the American people. No, I don't accept your gratitude in the name of Zelensky. For this strong support, American people were not asked if they want to support. Okay, so how about fuck off? And leadership in repelling Russian aggression and protecting freedom and democratic values in Europe. Hey, baby doll, you think that you are the protector of freedom and democratic values in Europe. This is something they try to conflate into, turn it into. Like, we fight for you, actually. That's why you help us. It's not, we fight for us, but indirectly we defend the European values against these barbarians. Well, if you want to fall for that, it's your life. I don't fall for that. So let's go and see if anything else. As reported, the US Congress members presented the draft of the Ukrainian Victory Resolution, which supports the efforts of Ukrainians in the fight for freedom and the and the country's accession to NATO. Now, I wanted to make a video on this, but I said, well, you know what, I would be vomiting every other word if I'm going to read that report, which I had a part of it, not the whole report. And basically it says that we are right here, and we are, I don't want to say involved, because you are involved anyway, but they will support Ukraine to the victory. That's what it says. I mean, you have to read it yourself, and not the whole thing, but a little summary though. And it's enough for you to understand what's going on over there. Now, I mean, without asking us, us being the American people, they do whatever they want, the security state. Now, the other article is again from Ukrinform, from again today, Thursday, to 27th of April 2023. Ukraine Navy Chief Commander of U.S. 6th Fleet discussed situation in Black Sea, Sea of Azov. So, Ukraine Navy Chief, he speaks with Commander of U.S. 6th Fleet, the situation in the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov, because the United States has borders with Black Sea and Sea of Azov. It's part of it, you know, it's right there. If my American friends have any idea where they are, well, or they don't have any idea, I have to tell you that they are in between, let's put it mildly, Europe and Asia, okay, that kind of area. Now, the commander of the Naval Forces of Ukraine, Vice Admiral Oleksiy Neyzpapa, mamma mia, what name, has had a conference call with the U.S. 6th Fleet Commander Vice Admiral Thomas Ishii. Why? Why not with the Vice Admiral Commander of the 1035th Fleet of, let's say, France or Romania, which is is next to the Black Sea? Hey, you know why. That's according to the Ukrainian Navy Press Service, Ukrinform's report. Neyzpapa briefed his counterpart, again, another briefed, on the current situation in the region, which is a result of the criminal actions of the Russian Federation. So, briefed, let's go to the other article. These guys briefed, again. So they briefed on the current situation. Let's see what these guys, terms they use. On the current situation. Why? Because it's they have to tell the superiors to report. Hey, allow me to report, sir, here it is. And I'm quoting it. The main topics of the call were to the provision of material and technical assistance by partners and the training of the Ukrainian Navy personnel. Considerable focus was put on the issue of strengthening mine protection. End quote. Who put mines over there? The criminal Russians? The report reads, wrapping up the call, the Ukrainian Navy commander expressed his gratitude to the people of the United States and of America for the support to Ukraine, and thanked his foreign counterpart for steadfast assistance. This last thing here is the same thing as this last thing, right? But with a little difference of freedom and democratic values of Europe being defended by Ukraine. So, what can you make out of that? It's only one way to interpret all that. These guys are briefing the other guys, but only the other guys, not other ones from NATO. So it's not NATO, it's United States, and the United States tells NATO countries what to do, and some of them know what to do. They don't have to tell them, hey, Poland, do that. Poland is like a, loose cannon. It's like a guy that, I don't know, got some drugs the first time in his life and he acts crazy, but he's got a shotgun. Where is he? I don't like you. I don't like that guy. So kind of like that. Anyway, so I don't think there's any more doubt on who's in control here. It's not France, not Great Britain, not Romania, not Poland. These are just used by these guys. All right? So when you're going to hear the Ukrainians briefing the Belgians, part of NATO, then I'll be more inclined to be stupid. Until then, I refuse to be stupid. All right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.